My friend Carolyn came and helped me with redesigning my life with my home. As you know, I do space clearing. Well, Carolyn does interior design with more of a feng shui twist. And yes, I could have totally done it myself, but I didn't want to. And also another person's perfection in their profession adds something else to yours and gives you another perspective. So having a professional comes in, they are unattached to the outcome. They just know what it is that you desire for your space that you want to create. And I told her about the hexagram that I programmed into this home, which is now community, thriving, and fierce compassion. I know that I'm starting a new chapter of rebuilding and also a season of mom. And so I wanted to redo my home. And I've always worked with what I have. And so I told Carolyn that I didn't have the money right now to buy new things, but I love the world's market / Z gallery look, and I wanted to merge the two. I always have been more about coziness and invitation and open spaces, and like the island look, Bali, Hawaii, and then I wanted to add touches of like my travels, happiness, because I'm an earth element, so I'll need like pictures and things that ground me. And then I also needed spaces to be creative for Bella, because she's 6 years old and I want her to spread out and be able to make a mess but be able to clean it up quickly. So here are some pictures of the before and some of the pictures of the after. So we're not quite complete yet, but I wanted you to get a picture. Your home has to have meaning for you, objects that bring you joy. So yes, Marie Kondo was right there. And also spaces that align with your elements, because one person's element can totally be enough for another, not be for another, and that doesn't have their energy flow. And the thing is, energy takes about 6 weeks to really integrate and ground. At first, you may love it, and then afterwards, like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this. And you can move things around. But when you do, have the intention and know why. Get in touch with your body, how it makes you feel, and leave it there for maybe anywhere from 3 days to 21 days, and then see how that changes you. What working with Carolyn really did was it helped me recognize where I was stuck in my emotions with certain ideas or themes or patterns, and also justification, because she's like, well, this doesn't really work here, and let's try this, let's flip it. And I was like, well, the reason I did this was here because of like a rationing more on perhaps function over form, but she was more over form over function. And so I did it just to see how it would feel, and I liked it. It was really good to get me out of my head. Now, the other thing is, it helped me to see how another person's brain works and how I couldn't see another possibility, how I couldn't see where I could belong somewhere else. I would work with a certain big object on the wall and then work around it. She was like, no, let's just take that down and put this there and then move things around that. And it did change my perspective. Now, on some of the things I didn't agree with, I did state. And that is also something for you to consider. When you are hiring a professional, you don't have to listen to what they say. You don't have to. And just like that with your intuition and your voices, you don't have to listen to what they say. It's just information. So I want you to give permission to yourself and then your knowingness, but be open, be curious. Why did they say this? And then maybe journal that down and write it on a piece of paper or carry it and say, how can I experiment with this? How can this help me? How can this just flip things a little bit? But if you know that it's not for you, then say no. You don't have to listen to the professionals like doctors and such. You know for yourself. If you're going to hire them though, consider the possibilities, because that's why you hired them. To book your space clearing remotely or in person, soyouboutique.net.